Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Solargene. And we've got a couple of problems that we need to resolve, and a couple of things that I want to work on that I've realized we're actually missing some stuff. So, the first thing I wanted to look at was actually working on a new power plant, and I wanted to put the power plant elsewhere, so probably somewhere around here. I may remove the batteries from here and place it on the power plant. This is a nice little area for a power plant. However, I also want to basically do living quarters and a working area. So this will probably still remain the work area, and the living quarters are probably going to be here. Now, the living quarters are going to include apartments for everybody rather than just a general workspace, because that'll make them better. Plus, it looks a little bit better too. So there's a lot that we want to do, but I realize we're actually missing some high tech resources, namely things like nanite composites and stuff like that. And I realized we don't have anything to do with research here, and research unlocks more stuff for us now that they've had an update. So we're going to add a little research pod on, just onto here for now. As you can see, it's now unlocked us two things: high-tech production and computer servers. Obviously, computer servers came with anyway, but the one thing we didn't have was high-tech production, which includes all of our stuff that we need. Let's see. So, we're going to need to look into producing some of this. I don't even know what half this is. They've changed so many of the images that I have to go onto here. So, nanosensors. So, we haven't got nanosensors, high temperature structural materials, uncooled superconductors, composite nanomaterial. And the one thing we do need to unlock that I can't seem to find is refractory metals. Um, that may be something that we do. Yeah, it is. Look, see, you can see we dig it out, but you can get it through other means. So I want to improve on how much we're digging out. I want to improve on how many staff we can have. I also want to improve on the power plant, but I also need this high tech facility. So what we're going to do is we're just going to bolt on for now a high tech facility onto here. The reason why I say bolt on is because I'm probably going to need a taller room. Basically, I have a horrible feeling we also need new staff for it, but we'll look into that. It requires, it requires techies. It also requires a lot more resources. Mainly, a resource we're not, a resource we can actually get. And I have to remind myself what everything does. So the resource we need actually comes from the ground, I think. Where's our... What are we using at the moment? We're using a serial bore. No, we're not using that. This serial drill mines. I believe that's coal. I'm going to hazard a guess. It's coal. It's carbon. So, we need to be able to produce carbon, which CO2 turns into carbon. For that, we also need some more of these. Ugh. Composite metals, which we do get from our drill bore. Is there a smaller version that we can get? Nope, it gets even bigger. So we need composite metals, and we also need steel. We don't have anything producing steel at the moment, so I'm having to steal steel from our ISS that we've got. Let's go and see what we can rob from here. Send to the Moon Colony. How much of this have we got? We got 330 in stock, so we'll send all 300 in. Send 50 EU in. That's pretty much all we've got. can do is head on over here and see what this has here. We may have to purchase some stuff. Okay, so this has got a lot more resources. Still doesn't have the oh, it does. It has refractory metals. So let's go ahead and send our refractory metals to Lunar ISS. Yeah, we can send 300 of them. 300 of them back. We'll send 500 of them. I think that's all we really need to send. A lot of carbon dioxide, which we could probably send 2,000 of them to there. Okay. So that's some resources sent over. So let's unpause. Let's get the clock ticking. There's going to be a lot that we need to do. There's a lot that we probably haven't unlocked. Oh, we also need some new staff. So we now have high-tech staff. Let's go ahead and... Oh, that's the Russian. We don't have capabilities for Russians, do we? European that we have? It is European that we have. Let's go ahead and get them. We'll also get another miner. We'll get another couple of miners. Another industrial. Some of these people won't have jobs straight off the bat, but that's fine. Sudden crisis led to shortage of steel. Thankfully, we have enough steel to keep us busy for now. Right. Let's just pause this. Let's send you to the Lunar ISS. I have to remember which one I've done here. Go. May have missed one, I'm not sure. Right. See if they all get on board. Oh, I missed two. Oh no, you're done. And so are you. Must have just not had enough room. There we go. Okay, so that's going to send a lot of crap over to the Lunar ISS, which he doesn't really have much room for all of this. Right, looks like some of the materials have landed, so let's send some of the materials over to the moon colony. We'll send 400 of you. We've got some steel in stock now. We'll send another 200 steel in there. 2,000 CO2. We'll also send that for that. Okay, we've got some stuff. Let's send you all down to the moon colony. There we go. A couple more coming off the other shuttle, obviously. Which are probably that one. Was. Okay. We can now head on down to our moon colony, and hopefully we'll have enough places for our people to rest and whatnot. Oh, I didn't bring down some. It's fine. Right, what are you needing? You're sick. That's fine. Right. There we go. So now we can do some stuff. So this is the machine that we need. I'll place it right in there for now. There we go. Assign staff. We've got all of our stuff in there. That's fine. Okay. Hopefully we've got enough beds. I think we do. We may struggle with things like the cuisine and stuff, so we'll see how that goes over time. We can't really build anything yet because we're waiting for the carbon. What's wrong with you? We have European cuisine available, so I'm not sure what's... Okay. Unemployed. So we can now assign staff. We have no equipment there yet. I'm not worried about unemployment at the present. That's all of our high tech, isn't it? Oh, and a drill miner as well. We got a spare drill miner. Assign staff. So you can only have up to 2 on that. That's fine. We'll have another one going at some stage. I don't mind people being unemployed. They could just chill out for now. Okay. So we do want to kind of build the power plant, but I don't want to leave myself short on resources. So let's see if we've got a way of creating some more steel here. We do, yeah. Small arc furnace. That's a nuclear concentrator. That's our glass furnace. Lithographic equipment. Water electrolysis. So we don't actually have a small arc. So let's go ahead and place a small arc. There we go. Oh, I didn't really want to move it, but we'll move it. Right, so we've got a lot of electronics. So let's close one of these down. We're currently producing a lot of CO2. Research complete. Metamaterials. Excellent. More warehouse resources. Right, let's see what we've got. Run research. Explore protein microarray. Let's have a look what we got. Let's continue with this. Okay. Do we have any extra staff? Let's get rid of you. Assign staff. They haven't landed yet. Let's just speed things along a little bit. There we go. That should allow us to have our extra staff. Does. Can I only bring 1? I'll need to bring more. Okay, right. So we've now got a way of producing steel. Production per hour. But we need carbon. So we're going to have to produce a lot of carbon. How much does this produce per hour? 48 per hour. So it's only going to steal a little bit per hour. That's good. And obviously we need the rare metals, which we don't have much of. Let's just hide the construction panel. Let's hide the industrial zone. We have quite a fair bit of rare metals at the moment. Okay, what's this producing? Ice melter. So we've got 2 ice melters. We'll disable one for now. But we've got plenty of water. Okay, so we're going to start seeing carbon. We're already seeing carbon. Excellent. So that's going to give us more capabilities to produce stuff. There we go. There's our pilot production of nanosensors. Does that mean everything's going to need nanosensors? Everything does need nanosensors, as you can see there. But let's go ahead and it's going to need a... Yep. We're going to need to double up. That's fine. I expected it. High tech. Okay, finish construction. What does that require? Steel, electrical components, and O2. So as long as we got O2, we got electronics, that's fine. Right, there we go. Sign staff. We've got 7 people with no jobs, that's fine. We got people walking around, getting to their daily jobs. Right, let's think about... We've got steel production on its way now. How much... The only concern I have is it's not going to produce much steel, so we'll keep an eye on it. But first thing I want is... we want the power plant. We want pillars first, so let's go ahead and... Okay, there we go. That's our power plant. Do we want it bigger? I do feel like... that's the kind of level of power plant that I want. Okay. Not enough materials. We're already out of materials, which is the steel. That's what I expected, the steel to be out of materials. We may want to look at getting another small arc. How's electronics still looking? Fine for electronics. I do feel like 50 per hour, it's not too bad. Let's zoom things along a little bit. Okay, we're now making nanosensors. Okay. This is the next one we want, which is a lot of steel. As a matter of fact, yeah, that is a lot of steel. Let's go ahead and get another steel furnace. Now we're looking on coal, carbon even. Lots of carbon, that's fine. Okay, right. Let's continue our production of our power plant. We'll let the time tick over pretty quick. Not enough materials, just need to wait for it to tick over a little bit. They may have stopped working. I think one thing I want to look at is day and night shifts. I don't know if we can do that with staff. Because you don't technically assign them to the equipment, you assign them to the room. The other thing I want to look at as well is obviously our ability to build an airlock. Stairs. Do I want stairs or do I want a walkway? Okay, more equipment's available to us. I'll put the airlock on the third one there. But I do want to have an ability to... Do I want to... Just remove that block for now. What are we short on? We're still short on that steel. We're looking over here. Okay, people are back at work now. Good. One thing we're not producing a lot of is carbon dioxide. So we're going to have to find a way of producing more CO2. which is actually a lot harder than it looks. There's only one thing that actually produces carbon dioxide. And we don't have the materials for that. How's the Lunar ISS looking on CO2? Nothing. Earth orbit ISS should have a lot of CO2. How much is it producing per hour? Let's see how much it produces. So 27k production, CO2. Production and consumption. I'm wondering if that's because it's consuming it for the... Oh, we are low on oxygen. Why are we low on oxygen? That's concerning. Buy some O2. Let's have a look. 2000 O2. Lad. Because we've just run out of O2. Resources necessary for production O2. What's my... I have to remember where everything is. Industrial zone. There it is. What's taking my O2? The ice melter creates water. We've got plenty of scrubbers. Oh, just something. Water electrolysis. Ah, that's what it was. Hydrogen fuel was using the O2. Right, so we didn't really need all that, but it's fine. We'll send 20,000. Let's select the right one. 20,000 to... We'll keep an eye out. We may need to order some more CO2. Earth would be happy. Getting rid of that carbon dioxide. Okay. We are accepting tourists. Run a research. Explore radiation absorbing coatings. Can we do radiation absorbing coatings? We cannot. Ooh, shit, that thing's big. Yeah. Improved batteries. Individual genome sequencing. Okay, we'll do the treatment speed so we can not have problems with it. Let's see if anybody's offering cultivated organs. That was the potential. Carbohydrate protein plants. Protein microarray. We are not doing that, are we? We're doing RNA interference. Okay. Right, so we just need to wait now for it to be delivered. But I think we've got a plan. It's a bit messy at the moment because obviously we're kind of trying to work out what's new and what's not new. I'm doing trial and error here, so I'm not looking at things to spoil what's coming up. I like to kind of get my head into it and figure out things as we go. So it's taking a little bit, but we're getting there. We've got the high tech stuff now, so that's sorted. So yeah, so hopefully you've enjoyed this episode and had a little sneak peek of things to come. Next episode, we will concentrate on finishing our power plant. We'll start then making our apartments block for our staff, which will include things like treatment bays and a full-fledged cuisine, which will include multiple cuisines for multiple factions. So we'll have a robot for each one, and we'll have all six factions being able to be provided with food. I also want to have a look at building a full-fledged, well, a full-on space station for tourism. I also want to look at something for a spaceship. Got somebody sick and nowhere to sit. Well, that's just zoomed me out. I have no idea where it's just zoomed me. There we go. We are here somewhere. I think we're inside this, maybe. I don't know. I'll just press that and it should bring us back. We also need to expand our... You guys are fine. We also need to expand our Lunar ISS so that it's fully automated, fully capable of managing itself. And it'll be our staging point for people so we can bring people up and down as and where we need. But I think overall things are looking good. So that's going to be us for this episode. Let me know in the comment section if you have any suggestions, ideas, or anything like that, if you'd like to see something in the future. But until next time, everybody, take care for now. I'll see you all on the next one. Bye bye for now.